When did you fall in love with music?
Okay, I've always loved music, but I don't think I fell in love with it until I was like 23, 24. The reasons why I loved the thing, like I wanted to discover that and like why does this thing move me the way that it moves me? Now it's just all about, how somebody pitches a sample or what frequency the song is made on. Like,
You getting into the details now, basically.
love the details.
I think I knew I was in love with music when my mama used to drive that raggedy red Toyota up to my grandma's house. And she just be going fast, but she be jamming. All through my life, when I would go to school, car would be thumping. Man, your mama be jamming, bro. She be playing music. So
That's so
hearing her sing in the kitchen, like while she's cooking, it started with her for sure. Some of the earlier jams were, Evelyn Champagne and all the 80s stuff. She loved Prince, Michael.
that's beautiful.
Anything you can think of from the 80s, she was on. Welcome.
It's your girl B,
It's your boy, Lonnie Love.
and welcome to Conversations with B
Conversations with B.
and Lonnie.
Okay, I just want to make sure we got it right. Conversations with
Yes,
B and
I'm
Lonnie.
sorry. Yes,
Season 2,
yes.
opener.
I felt like it was time for us to, introduce ourselves. We've been just filming and having our conversations, and I don't think people really know who we are.
Yeah, no, they don't
So,
know who we are.
yeah, welcome to an intro of Lonnie and B. So,
Yeah.
let's get into it. I'm Kaylin, aka B. I am the CEO of Thrive Records, creator of Brown Sugar Podcast, and one half of Conversations with B and Lonnie.
My name is Lonnie Love, but you can call me Loverboy Lonnie. Flip it, dip it, remix it any way you want. Outside of this duo that we started last year, I am into streetwear. Make a lot of content around streetwear and fashion. I get more model. People say, "Oh, you model." So I mean, I do that too. So
You do
if
give
know,
model. You do give model.
Oh, okay. It gives model more than anything, but I'll take that too. If you gonna give me some free clothes and a little bit of money, or some food, I like food. So, on my page, if you check me out, I do all those things. There's some other things I'm into, some other things, but we'll get into that a little later in the year.
I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
I like your style.
I appreciate it.
It's pretty fly.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
So, what do you think our show represents?
Our show represents those family conversations around music, those debates at the kitchen table.
Because that's how we met.
Yeah, that is how we initially met everybody. I met them through my friend's girlfriend, my friend's girlfriend. Yeah, basically, which is her sister. So we end up having a conversation that night about UGK, and I was just so thrown off. Like, what do you know about UGK? I don't hear typical. I don't hear that typically from like women.
Yeah.
And it just threw me off. UGK, I'm used to hearing Beyonce and mainstream, and then when she just started going into UGK and how passionate she was, it kind of like refreshing. It's like, oh, I can have a real hip hop head conversation with her. It's not like general and it's just not mainstream people. Like if I threw out a name, she could throw out another name. So that's what it gives to me.
I think the Kanye documentary that came out too.
Yeah,
we had talked about that too.
Yeah,
and I feel like, that conversation, it never left me. So when I, hit up D to do the first Conversations with B last year, I was like, I'm going to get Lonnie. And it just, it clicked. I was like, he'll be perfect for this. And we just been rocking since. So.
Yeah.
But I think our show, it represents, we model healthy discourse in hip hop.
Agreed.
I feel like we almost never have the same take, the same view on topics.
No.
But we can respectfully discuss them and still be homies after the conversation is over.
It's a safe space to disagree.
And I know everybody has their own like opinions of their artists or the way they view music, because we all don't view it the same.
No.
Like no one person views music and entertainment the same. So that's what makes these conversations engaging. And I feel like we do a good job at modeling that.
I think we do too.
Yeah.
So the next question. When did you fall in love with music?
Okay, I've always loved music, but I don't think I fell in love with it until I was like 23, 24.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like when I knew why I loved the thing. Like,
You're a late bloomer.
No, it's a difference between love and being in love. So, that's why I said, okay, when did you fall in love with it? I got you. Because you can love a thing and don't know why you love it.
That's true.
Until you actually fall in love with it. Like, I feel like being in love with something, you have to have a purpose for it.
Yeah, I got
and a
you.
why. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can love anything, but anyway, yeah, I feel like the reasons why I love the thing, like I wanted to discover that, and like, why does this thing move me the way that it moves me? Like, now it's just all about, you know, how somebody pitches a sample, or, you know, what frequency the song is made on, like a bass, guitar. I mean, it's the little things that I like about it now. It's just like the discovery has been pretty dope. So
you getting into the details now, basically.
Love the details.
For me, I think I knew I was in love with music when my mama used to drive that raggedy red Toyota up to my grandma's house in Waxhaw, and she just be going fast, but she be jamming. And all through my life, when I would go to school, car would be thumping. Man, your mama be jamming, bro. She be playing music. So
that's so
hearing her sing in the kitchen, like while she's cooking, like it started with her for sure. So my love started with her. My love for my mom and an appreciation for the music that she put me on too. So some of the earlier jams were, you know, Evelyn Champagne and all the 80s stuff. She loved Prince, Michael.
That's beautiful.
Anything you can think of from the 80s she was on. I'll Be Sure, Tevin Campbell, all those songs in that little red Toyota. She used to jam. So that's how it started for me.
That's beautiful. So you're a mama's boy? You love your mama?
I love my mama and my daddy equally. As a child, I was definitely a mama's boy. It got older, it split. I was more of a daddy's boy. So
I love that. So you had the best of both worlds growing up.
Best of both worlds.
That's dope. If you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
The focus point being on actually the music, not the gimmicks, not microwavable stuff that's here for 5 seconds and we're just thrashing it, we're forgetting it tomorrow and we're on to the next. Mm-hmm. I would like to see a focus on actual artist development, like we said last season. I would like to see less focus on making catchy TikTok music and focusing on making an actual body of work that lasts for a lifetime.
For sure. I mean, I kind of said the same thing. I definitely would like to change the focus in the industry and the labels. Labels used to be cool. Like,
yes,
to be a part of a label, a dope label, like, they're not doing that anymore. It's a lost art. The A&Rs, they don't work anymore. They're on the internet. They're not.
They're out touching the people.
Yeah, they're not in the field. Shows. Nobody wants to get in the field. I don't know what that's about.
They're looking for a quick buck. It's too money. Like when money gets involved, sometimes it can ruin things. I think when the money gets involved, it ruins the culture.
Oh, how convenient of you to say that.
No.
Well, we had that conversation on the
No. I was talking about artist compensation for their work. I do believe in that, but I don't think that should be your end all be all if that's all you care about, because that hurts the product.
For sure.
Like, I do feel like you need to be paid for your work. I just solely believe if you put out a body of work and you did your damn thing, you need to get paid.
That's fair. Yeah, I just feel like labels, they're getting rid of A&Rs and they're not really caring about the creative side of, pulling people in and having artists, a part of something, just being a part of something. Like, it's just not a thing anymore.
They want to make money. They don't want to make history. They don't want to, they don't want to be legendary. It's just, how can we make money? It's all profit.
Definitely a lost art. So, yeah, for sure.
All profit. So, the next question is, since starting the show, what have you learned? Like, I feel like growing up, when my brother introduced me to hip hop, growing up in a home where I was introduced to hip hop through my older brother, he gave me kind of a lens or a blueprint of what he thought hip hop was. And then when you go to college, I meet certain professors who teach those type of courses that are around hip hop. Shout outs to Shalee at Winston-Salem State, if she's still there. Shout out to Dr. Boone. Those guys, or both of them, kind of shaped my mind and shaped my mind to what I envisioned hip hop to be. And then kind of when you get older, you throw in what you personally believe, and then when you kind of start engaging in these conversations, you notice that everybody has their own spin on what it looks like, and it don't look the same. So it's like you kind of battle with yourself, like, well, was I taught wrong, or are they being taught wrong? And it's not really a right or wrong answer. It's just everybody has their own idea and perception of what it is and what it's supposed to be. And you got to kind of learn how to respect that and just let it be. It's just art at the end of the day. It's not something where rules were like written. It's not like people just wrote down the rules and the traditions. It's just kind of something that happened, and we all kind of put or had our take on what we thought it should be.
For sure. I can add on to that as well. I don't know, like, this was not in my plans. I will say that. This is just something that happened, and we got great feedback off of it. And I was like, I was in the middle of starting season 3 for Brown Sugar. So I totally I pivot and just focused on this. And at first I felt guilty. I was like, what about the artist? And I just feel like God was pulling me in a different direction. Like, even though I'm super passionate about it, I don't think maybe it was a time for it. And I'm not saying that, that season, it can't happen, but I don't feel like it was supposed to happen at that time because of the feedback and the emotion that the show was having. Mm-hmm. And I will say that, like, sometimes you plan, but God, He will change your plans and redirect your plans.
For sure.
And doing this with you, it's taught me to be more comfortable with what I believe and what I feel. Mm-hmm. And for years, I kind of held back on, like, my knowledge and what I really know about music. And, somebody brought that to my attention, like, this is you. Like, you didn't do a podcast to convince. You did a podcast because you play ball and you know the sport. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, hell yeah. That's for sure. And, like, I feel like I've gained, more freedom and less control and just being myself and getting more comfortable with being on camera and just saying what the fuck I feel like, because it's my life.
For sure.
My opinion. So yeah.
What's a fun fact about you?
Yeah, I played. First, I started off with the flute. I didn't really like the flute. Then I started playing off clarinet, and I really loved clarinet. I was in band. My fourth, fifth, and sixth grade year.
That's what's up.
And I know how to read music.
He's a band geek.
I know how to play the piano. I'm very musically inclined.
Okay.
So yeah, fun fact about me.
All right.
A lot of people don't know that.
I can't. I've always been a fan. I was always watching it.
And I learned how to play the piano. I just did it. Like,
really?
I didn't really have like I took some lessons, and the instructor was like, "You sure you ain't done this before?" Like, it's just a natural.
You're musically inclined.
Yes, it's a natural
dope.
gift. Like, I feel like I could play any instrument if I picked it up and tried.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I've always been a fan. So,
but when I do decide to step in there, y'all better watch out because it's coming one day. But yeah.
A fun fact about me, in college, me and my homeboy, Neiman.
Y'all had a rap group?
Yeah, he was the producer. I was kind of like A&R type, so I would just basically go out and see what talent was out there, so we could kind of pull them in and try to get them, because he's a producer. And we found a studio. Shout out to Kurt in Winston. We used to go to his studio in his basement, and Steve, Malcolm, Justin, y'all know who y'all are if you see this episode. We brought them in the studio and we made a rap song, and I actually have a verse on the song.
What?
So yeah, in my past life, I don't know where it's probably got deleted off that drive at this point. That was years ago. But the song was called Foreign Smoking. And we took a little B beat and we rapped over it. It was our little take on it. It was 3 verses on it. We had a little skit on it. That's my little music fun fact. We definitely started to try to start a record label and a rap group. And of course it didn't work out because niggas wasn't focused. But
of course.
That's a fun fact. I actually had a short rap career.
That is super dope. I love it. That's what's up.
Oh yeah, we also did Freestyle Friday on Winston's Camping for a little bit. So a lot of local talent along with the college kids would come, and we had a camera on me and my homegirl Marisha. Shout out to you. She was a mass con. She would come out, and we just have people out there just giving their bars, dropping their little freestyles. That's how we kind of bring people in to see what talent was out there.
It sounds like you had a lit college experience.
Yeah, the beat battles, they had b-boy battles. Like, it was real hip hop on Winston's campus during that little era. And we all were hip hop fans, so we decided to use the resources at the school to kind of see if we could do our own thing. But like I said, you're young, you don't realize the opportunities you have, and you kind of just squander or mess it up. Drop
it. For sure.
But yeah, that's my fun fact about me. I actually try to rap.
Dope. That's super dope. I fuck with it.
What music activities did you engage in as a child?
Well, I
just pretty much ran that down.
Told y'all that. Yeah, I played instruments. I wish I would have, like my mom was super adamant about me doing it. But I just, once you get to a certain age, you just think you're too cool. Like, I just thought I was too cool. So I stopped. I started, feeling myself and, focusing on other things. So,
like what?
I just thought it wasn't cool anymore. I really wish I would have continued on with that. So, yeah. What about you?
For me, I was in the children's choir as a kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Friendship Baptist Church. We used to do the little children's choir. So that's probably like my earliest involvement as far as engaging, trying to learn how to sing. No, I am not a singer. I cannot sing at all. Horrible singer. But my mom definitely pushed me in that direction. She tried to give me piano lessons, but I just was really just a fan. I wasn't an active participant.
Yeah.
I tried, but that just wasn't me. I just like listening and critiquing.
I feel like the more you listen and engage with it, it makes you curious to really try and explore. And I don't know, like
Yeah.
it's a different feeling. I'm telling you, like I don't. I remember like getting on that piano and just I didn't even I wasn't even myself. Like I was another person. No way my first mind could do that. It was definitely some whole other shit. So and that's how I was like, it kind of scared me. I'm not gonna lie. So I was like, yeah, let me, not right now. I'm not ready for this to unlock this right now.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. Who were some people who influenced your taste in music growing up?
I think y'all already know about my mom, but when it came specifically to hip hop, it was my brother, Larry Lockhart Jr. We call him Mo. He definitely put me on to like what was cool, what was not. I remember I got my first hip hop tape, Big Willie style, 1990, what, the 97, 98, third grade. You couldn't have told me that Will Smith wasn't the shit. And I showed him that tape and he looked at me like, that shit is weak. That nigga is not a rapper. I felt like a lame. My brother made me feel lame. But after that, I really paid attention to what he was listening to. Busta Rhymes, Outkast, 3 6 Mafia. And I'm talking about, I was way too young to be listening to this stuff. Like, I shouldn't have been listening to any type of, 3 6 Mafia. Y'all know the songs. I ain't gonna say the names because I want us to get our plays and views. But you know all them songs that was ratchet that we was dancing to in college. But I was exposed to that at a very young age. So he kind of shaped my palette for music. For like it'd be one day it'd be Jay-Z, one day it'll be an artist that is an independent artist that I don't even know who it is. Like he would just, I remember we would go to Sam Goody's and he would just buy whatever. It could be a No Limit CD, it could be Jay-Z, it could be any artist you could think of. He had this big CD book.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm talking about he had all the mixtapes from G Unit, Dipset, any DJ you could think of. Drama was real big in the early 2000s. And I would just go in there and I would just have my little CD player. I took the book home that he had because he would just leave his CDs with me. I'd just be popping one in after another, every mixtape that he had. I'm talking about my brother's palette was so diverse, it was crazy. Dead Prez one day, Talib Kweli one day, Mos Def one day. Like it, from T.I. to KRS-One, you would find in his book. So I was exposed to all of it: East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, down South, West Coast. And then I have to give props to my dad too. Jazz was his thing. Gospel, R&B was my mom's thing. So my first concert with my dad, it was my first concert period, was Parliament Funk. In second grade.
Oh, wow.
I saw KC and Sunshine Band in like first grade. So these are like my first concerts.
Wow.
So that's yeah. So the
that's
music,
a flex.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the music thing run deep, like for real. And I've been going in this thing for a while. So those are my influences.
That's pretty deep. My stepdad, he was a producer. He rapped.
Oh, really?
He DJs. So yeah, I grew up. He had cassette tapes. He had the big CD players. Like the systems, the sound systems. Like I learned how to work all that stuff. Like it consumed my life, and mostly just watching him, be moved by the music really sparked my curiosity. And I'm just like, wow, I like the energy that it gives you. Like let me see what that's about. Like he's super rap head,
Mm.
super hip hop head, golden era. Like he
Okay.
influenced, you know, that sound and that love. And I get it now that I'm older.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm like, wow, I know exactly what he was feeling when he was listening to it. So yeah, I mean, you know, my mom, she influenced me with R&B and gospel, and you know, yeah, those is pretty much my influence
Cool. That's dope.
growing up.
The next one is, what was the first song? That's the first song that you assisted in recording or recorded with an artist.
I had a management company. It was World Management. I had an artist, Cody. If you go back to my tapes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, you'll learn more about me managing and working with artists and stuff. He was the first artist I ever worked with. Went to Salem, North Carolina, and he was probably like the first artist that really took my direction and like just fucked with me overall. Like, you know, guys that really possessive over their music and how they want their sound to be and how they want, you know, their direction to go. And it was an honor to like, you know, work with him and like be on the creative side. And then once I started Thrive, I signed, he was under my label, Banks. He's of all Banks now. We co-created his, I want to say it was like his fourth or fifth album, Thanksgiving. I had super creative control over like conversations we had and just talks and ideas and stuff just through that time. Like he really allowed me to like do that album with him. I'll never forget it. It was a really surreal experience, and it was like it made me realize like the A&R thing, the creative director thing is really my lane too. Even, you know, he just dropped his 9th studio album in December, and even still to this day, like he's still like, you know, what do you think? You know, still asking for my opinion and, you know, valuing my feedback and my take on his music. Like
That's dope.
still to this day. And I met dude 7 years ago, 8 years ago. So, you know, we did a lot together, you know, musically, and I loved it. It was fun. It was fulfilling, but it's a job. It's really a job, and it takes a lot out of you. But
Sure.
that album, when I listen to it to this day, I still feel those conversations. I still think of those details and how he went back and recreated the song or re-recorded the song. Like it. Yeah, it was a beautiful time. And if I ever come across an artist again that I truly could see myself taking the time out to work with and invest my energy into, I, with no questions asked, I would do it. So yeah, y'all check him out. Incredible artist from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Super dope. So yeah.
I already kind of told y'all about the song that I first participated in. Foreign Smoking. I can't remember the verse.
You
So don't
need to
ask me to rap.
you need to put it on Apple Music. You need to find somebody. Yeah.
I didn't like my rap voice, so I'm good. But
Bro, it was a long time ago.
it
Like,
was
for fun.
if I can find that song, or if somebody out there sees this and you work with Kurt and you've heard it song and you can get access to it, please send it to me so I can just post it up. Again, shouts out to Malcolm and Steve. But I guess another record we worked on, I didn't particularly like that one at all. I can't think of the artist's name. He's from Charlotte. It was him, my homeboy Neiman, who produced. And we kind of did a cover of a Lloyd Banks song that Knife Wonder had produced. And that was a very challenging That was very challenging. I definitely helped with that. That wasn't my song, but he definitely invited me in, and I actually saw that session being. I could see how challenging being a rapper was, like trying to be on beat, or making sure you're not saying too many words and take that out, take this out. Like it was actual real rap school that day, and I was like, yo, I couldn't do this.
Yeah, it's very tedious.
Yeah, it's very tedious, and you got to go in and do it over and over. And I'm like, oh, I do not want to do this over. It's like my 10th time doing it. So
yeah, I've been in some sessions, and I'm like, I really don't like it, cause that repetitiveness, it drives me crazy. I'm like, yeah.
So that was probably the second song I actually helped out, but that was definitely a challenge, and because I was trying to keep up with the other guy because he was super lyricist, and my pen game wasn't up to par with his.
Do you have any? I need to hear this stuff. I wanna. You need to find it.
Good luck. I don't know. He might, like I said, he might have deleted all that stuff. But and if anybody knows Kurt in Winston-Salem, just ask him.
I don't think I've heard of him before. But then again, how long ago was you in school?
That was like 2011 or 12 when we did that stuff.
Oh, God.
2012, 2013, around that time.
I was still in high school.
Yeah, so those songs are on a drive somewhere. Like I said, it might be deleted at this point. We don't know.
I'm telling my age. Oops.
I know I'm telling mine. So what was your first concert? I already told mine.
It was Super Jam. I can't remember.
Was that as an adult or as a kid?
I was in high school. I can't remember the year, but I know it was Gucci. It was Nicki.
We had a good first concert.
I think the So Icy. You know how Super Jam do their lineup and stuff. Yeah. Trey Songz, I do remember him.
I remember that lineup too. That's crazy. I was in college when that lineup came.
Yeah, so I seen Nicki twice. I seen Nicki in her rookie era, and
that was a great era. That 07 to 2012 era.
Yeah, it was something around there. So that was my first concert, a Super Jam.
Okay.
I have no business being there, but yeah.
Mine in my adult life was Big Crit and J. Cole, I believe. Was that the first one? Yeah, I think that was the first one. Yeah, Big Crit and J. Cole. J. Cole and Big Crit were on tour. They went to the Greensboro Coliseum, or I don't know if it was a Coliseum. I think it was like it's like an somewhere outdoor.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I've been a fan of those two guys. Well, I was a fan of Cole before Crit, but I think that concert is what really made me like solidify me.
He is a phenomenal performer.
Yeah, he is.
Energy crazy. I seen him. He opened up for Ty Dolla $ign.
You say you opened up for who?
He opened up for Ty Dolla $ign.
He did?
Yeah, and I seen him there.
Oh, interesting. I didn't never do that. But he opened up for Cole, and I think that's when Cole had dropped his album, honestly. And I think he was or his mixtape, one of the two. I can't remember. But they definitely was in Greensboro. And Crit was my guy, man. It still is, but
you know what my first concert was when I was like an adult? Gunna.
You said who?
Gunna. When I started going back to concerts, yeah, it was Gunna. I seen Gunna. He performed that Drip or Drown mixtape. She was here in Charlotte, and somebody else didn't show up, and I don't know. He performed the song like a few times, like, and after that, I started going to concerts every chance I got. I was like, damn, I missed this, because I was being a mom, and I wasn't really. No, I'm lying. I'm lying like hell. It was Drake. It was Drake and Future. I'm lying. It was Drake and Future. I seen them in Tampa when they was on that tour.
Yeah.
I'm lying. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And after that, I started going to hella concerts. I was like, yeah, need this.
That was a good reintroduction back into concerts, going to Gunna.
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of slowed down over the last couple of years. I think the last one I went to was it's been some years since I've been to a concert. The last concert I went to was the Nas and Wu-Tang tour.
I didn't get to catch that.
Oh, I loved it. That was
my mom went.
I'm surprised I ain't see her out there.
You
What's up, Mom?
Yo,
Hi, Mom.
relax, bro.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God! Please don't stroke her ego. Please, you crazy.
But this is the last one, right? So let's get this one. So what was the first local artist that really stood out to you that you made like, oh man, he's talented. Like I can see him go to the next level.
It's a lot. I know a lot of local artists, underground artists. I still feel like they all have potential. So I'm not gonna just name one because I feel like that's not fair. But everybody,
give a shout out to one that people should check
everybody
out.
that I worked with, had some dealings with. Of course, I'm gonna say Banks. I always, wish the best for him. I want him to like blow,
flourish.
He has the potential.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Yeah. That's the only person I feel like, I'm not saying everybody else doesn't, but I feel like that's the person that is truly dedicated to the art of hip hop and rap.
Gotcha.
He's just that type of artist. So yeah, he know what he gotta do. He just gotta lock in and do what he gotta do. But yeah, for sure. I see that for him in his future. Super dope artist. Check him out. Really talented, yeah.
I met an artist recently. His name is Holy Slugger. Very unique name. I asked him how he got it. He says because I'm bald headed like Holyfield, and I had slugs in my mouth when I played played football at Clemson.
That's pretty hard.
I said, wow, that's an interesting combination. I don't know how you got that, but it's kind of catchy and I like it.
Yeah.
And he would send me his music, and I didn't know what to expect, but I like listening to local artists' music. And it was really, really good. Like he had a really, really good flow. So if you get some time, check out Holyfield Slugger or Holy Slugger. Like,
where he from?
He is from South Carolina, but he resides in Charlotte. Shouts out to him, fellow Capricorn brother. So I had to shout him out. He just recently put a little song or a little snippet of a song that he's working on his IG. So guys, make sure y'all go check out and support your local artists. Just because you don't like what's going on in the industry doesn't mean you can't support the local artists, and because you can create your own thing here.
It's talent everywhere.
It's talent everywhere, and he's was somebody that I recently ran into. I was like, yeah, you got it, bro. You got the name, you got the image. You just gotta get around the right people and network and put some music out.
Yeah, you definitely gonna have to send me his music and stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like when it comes to local artists and underground artists, I feel like that's the purest form of music that you're gonna experience. Like,
I can agree with that.
They have full creative control over everything they're doing. So I feel like
heart.
Yes, that's the purest thing you'll hear from an artist, because no one is controlling or influencing them but them. So if you can't get it there, I don't really think you're a music person. People, people think they know music. You can't. I just really feel like you can't really know music until you can see the beauty of it at any level. Because being in the spotlight or being signed to a label, if you have it, you have it. If you don't, you don't. Those things shouldn't, factor if it's good or not.
Facts.
So yeah, listen to your local artists. If you see them post their music, or they're having a showcase, like, support them folks.
For sure.
I'm telling you, it's beauty in all of it.
It is. Yeah. It's beauty in it because you can see them start at the very beginning, and you're like, damn, I saw that whole thing transpire. And when it happens, it's like amazing.
Super, super inspiring as well. So yeah. Well,
This is
I hope y'all got a little, idea of who we are. Like I feel like throughout the episodes, we'll share more facts about us. But I felt like it was fitting for us to formally introduce ourselves because we just been getting up there and getting on camera, like talking about our
our
topics and
topics. Yeah,
stuff like that. So yeah, just
yeah.
wanted to let y'all know who we are and what we
Yeah.
do, and thank y'all for supporting us. Like,
Yeah, conversations with B and Lonny.
yeah.
I like it. That's a nice little ring. It's good. It's good.
Boy,
I
it's
can dig it.
crazy. Yeah, for sure.
So it's been a pleasure sharing. I guess information about us. We look forward to sharing more information this season with y'all. And maybe we can get some guests in the rotation
I was
and
thinking
we,
about that.
yeah,
I was like, maybe we'll start, inviting people on to the conversation.
yeah.
Cause I know y'all be dying to get on the podcast with us. So
Yeah, I've definitely had some people hit me up like, hey, bro, look, can I get on? Can I get on? I was like, let me check with my partner in there. You know what I'm saying? I can't just put you on.
yeah, so we might introduce that this year. Letting people come on and talk. So I feel like it would be fun.
Yeah, definitely will.
So yeah. All right, well that is it for our time, guys.
Yep. Peace.